Hello, everyone. Welcome back to N Publishing's Twitch for our fifth episode of To Save a Kingdom. Actually, wow, we're on four. Isn't that wild? We're really zooming through this story. That being said, I'm here with some amazing people. I never play tabletop games alone. So I'm gonna pass it around to each of them to go ahead and introduce themselves, who they are, and who they're playing. We'll start with Drac.
I was muted. Hi, I'm Drac. You can find me on Twitter at Draconics. That's DRAKONIQUES. I'm a TTRPG writer, performer, action play, production manager, everything TTRPG related I'm doing or will be doing. But today I'm playing Willow, Willow the Dragon Slayer. He is an Azuma Draconist sorcerer with the collegiate culture, and I'm very, very excited to find out what is going to happen next, because we were like on the verge of death and then woke up separated in a different space. It's going to be interesting. I'm totally not scared. Neither is Willow. Why would he be?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Willow should be afraid, but you know what? I think your dice are way too nice to you. Speaking of nice, Madeline, you're next.
Hello, I am Madeline, and I am playing Rowan, our elf rogue circus folk theater kid. I'm at the Goose Girl on all good websites, and I do a lot of things. We'll leave it at that. I do a lot of things.
Word. My segues are getting better. Speaking of someone who does a lot of things and does a lot of things well, Savannah, it's all you.
Yeah. So I'm Savannah Broadway, editor, developer, what have you, at the Gate Pass Gazette, the magazine for all things Level Up Advanced 5th Edition. You can find me on Twitter at Purple Gnomeling, no E. More importantly, you can find my conure, who may or may not make an appearance, Remy, at Wreck-It Remedy.
Amazing. Oh yeah.
That's it. That's the tweet.
That is the tweet.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't even introduce my character. Goodness.
Yeah, you got it.
I guess that's important too. I'm playing Piers, the bimboy Elegant Elfhard, who totally remembers that he could have cast invisibility last session, and Yusuf would have been fine, but no.
Oh, so sad. Absolutely tragic. All that to say, my name is Lexi. I'm going to be your narrator today. And if you are curious about what system we are running, we're running the Level Up Advanced 5e system. It's basically a deeper, more flexible version of the 5e rule set that you already know and love. If you love 5e but would like a little bit more depth to the rule set, Level Up is the game for you. Essentially, you can pick it up as you play, or you can go to www. I'm not going to go through all the W's. You know how to start a URL. www.a5e.tools. And I'm sure there will be a link in chat. Click over there. Super simple website to get through. This adventure path that we are playing through, it is no longer live on Kickstarter. But the Kickstarter is ending, but essentially you can use BackerKit to pre-order the book next month. But thank you for all your support. I am so excited. You can join the pre-order on BackerKit until the 30th of May. Check out the Kickstarter updates for more information on that. Now, we get into our story here. A lot of stuff has happened in our last few sessions. And there's a lot going on. Last time you followed Parapoptafulavar, your fawn friend, into the umbra of the Weirwood, darker and deeper as you got closer to the Weirhenge. Standing stone pillars set the stage for an ancient ritual. This is what the Weirhenge is, a place where fey creatures can summon as they will. But you snuck up upon Spring-Heeled Jack, a vicious fawn who looked to complete a ritual with the stolen children of the town you were just in, Hengistbury. Willow, Yusuf, and Piers all basically found yourself fighting against Spring-Heeled Jack and his fawn family. Spring-Heeled Jack was a pretty strong foe. You all got pretty close to death a couple of times. I think someone actually got there, but we're not going to talk about that. You got pretty close to death a couple of times. But in the end, Yusuf was able to talk to Spring-Heeled Jack, see through this inky black moss that happened to be this inky black moss that coated the werehenge and also spread through Jack as he made a final plea to something bigger than you all could even fathom. He lost out on that plea, and and Ray found themselves with one hand tied to Jack, an inky black hand. They parlayed with their demon friend, I guess we can call it, their Valia. And we are here after the battle, after you all basically won. You crawled to where you could find safety and fell asleep in the Weirwood, where you awoke in a plain of a long plain, tall grass, just gentle wind blowing around you. You could see no one else. Each of you individually looked ahead and saw the house of a hag, a woman hunched over with age, bright green eyes, and sickeningly sweet smell of pie emanating from her house, but also just the atmosphere of power. All of you went into her house, and she offered to make you a deal. Each of you basically took up on that offer, deciding to play a game. Going over that, because I want to make sure you all remember. Willow, you saw on the table, after she proposed this game, you saw a red ticket stub and a long staff, very familiar to you. Yusuf saw a red ticket stub as well, and a dodecahedron-like figure made of glass. Piers, you saw a dodecahedron alone on a table. And Rowan, go ahead and roll me initiative. Just for fun. It's just for fun.
Okay. That's going to be a natural 20.
Cool. Great. What does that put you at?
I think that's a 22.
Okay, so you're still technically below Willow.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah, Rowan, you are in this room and you see a staff and you see a red ticket stub. We're gonna come around to Willow first. Or I think that was for Rowan. Rowan, you saw the red ticket stub and the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Willow.
Yeah.
You hear this woman, she says, "It's about time that you got here. I've been waiting for so long."
For me in particular, I don't think we've met before.
Huh. Funny, tricky thing about time. I feel like we have, haven't we?
No, I think I'd remember. I'm fairly good with faces and names. I will remember if I met you. And I think I'd remember if I ever came to this place too. So if we have met, I apologize, but I don't know who you are.
Oh, but I know who you are. You're
I
right.
don't-
You are good with names. The Dragon Slayer, you call yourself.
Yes. I hear my reputation precedes me.
Oh, yes. It's funny. I sense no fear from you.
Well, I'll admit I am confused, but I haven't any reason to be scared. At least not yet. Implying that I should be?
Oh, no. I feel no fear coming from you, but I do feel a lot of anxiousness. Huh. And you see she begins to, like the pie dough, she begins to need more of it. She's putting lots of elbow grease into making this happen and not looking at you as she says that.
They kind of look at her with, I suppose, confusion, especially at the aggressive kneading of the dough at that comment. And he just goes, yes, well, I suppose we all have our inner demons. I'm just here for my things, and it seems like you have them. So, and he's going to reach out for the staff.
You can't touch it. We're playing a game, remember?
Oh, I'm playing the game for this.
Well, yes. At any point in time, you can take one or the other. But you must know there is a cost and there is a price. And you must be willing to pay either one.
I mean, how much? And he's going to start looking into his satchel and start trying to pull out a satchel of gold coins.
You are just like your father.
He freezes at that. You've met my father?
Oh, yes. Similar circumstance.
Okay. How recently?
Time is weird for me. You must forgive me.
You said that.
But he came in here and he looked just like you. And you see flour on a wicked, crooked hand, long nail. She turns and looks at the door and traces your path. Came to the door, walked in, sat down. Are you sitting down, Willow?
I think he isn't. I think he still stood at the table.
She almost looks through you. Sat down right there where you're standing right next to. And he demanded something of me. I cannot remember what.
I mean, that sounds like him. I'm honestly, I'm not entirely sure what to do from here to play the game. I'm fairly good at dragon chess, if that's the kind of game you're thinking. Charades. I'm pretty good at charades.
Claps her hands free of a layer of flour. She walks over to the table, takes a seat. She says, here's our game. You can pick one. You can pick the other. One is something you truly need. And one is something you want and crave deeply. Depending on which one you pick, you may actually turn out to be a dragon slayer. But
I see.
Yes. Your confusion, I would like to engage with it.
Yes, no, you said one I need and one I desire. And as I say this, I take a seat as well in the seat that she pointed to that his father had sat in. I think they're one and the same, so I'm not entirely sure where the game is right now.
They aren't the same. Isn't that so sad? Do you know the difference between anxiety and fear?
No, I don't think so.
I've thought about it a little bit. And what I want you to do, this is you take a seat. Roll me an insight check.
Insight. Okay. Oh, yeah. 19.
On a 19, this chair is still warm. As if moments ago, your father, someone else, might have left. And she keeps talking. One can exude no fear, contain so much anxiety. Because fear belongs to something, doesn't it? You have no reason to be afraid. Nothing in this world has... Well, one thing has killed you so far.
Yeah, sure.
I think what you're afraid of, it belongs to no thing. Because it's every possibility that might open up from this point onward. Doesn't that seem exciting?
I assume there's like armrests on this chair.
Yeah.
Or is that okay? Kind of like drums his fingers along the armrests, kind of like looking around as if he's trying to find a sign of someone having been here after feeling the warmth of this. Kind of looks back at the hag and goes, yes, I suppose that's exciting. This is the first I've been out of my family's estate for extended periods of time. First I've really delved into any sort of adventure. I'm learning a lot. I suppose that is exciting and maybe a little scary.
Yes. And as it's your first time leaving home, your footstep, the first footstep you took out of your house, it could have branched in millions of different directions.
I suppose that is true. Never actually really considered that, but I'd like to think that I've taken the right direction.
And why do you like to think that?
Well, why wouldn't I? I think I'm pretty learned of the way of an adventurer. I've got my father to look up to, so I think the intuition, the knowledge of the right path just kind of comes naturally to me.
So this game might be easy for you, though you will choose wrong.
I don't think I will choose wrong. I think the art is pretty clear to me right now.
Then pick. Either relinquish your fear and get everything you've ever wanted, and keep looking up to your father. Keep looking at the future where the staff secures you a spot just out of lockstep with his shadow. Or embrace the possibility that without this, and she's like glancing at the staff, without this, you have millions of more steps, all on your own, with your friends, of course, with millions of possibilities for failure, for success, all of it lumped together in imbalance.
There's a level of I think still confusion is still kind of there, bubbling at the surface, but now there's some uncertainty, especially with the way she's laid out the two options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, no. I think the answer's pretty obvious. And he looks frozen between the ticket stub and the staff now. I mean, yeah, no, the staff will help me be the hero I was always meant to be, right? Like, and then we can save the town from the dragon and be held as the heroes we should be. The what was it that Pierce said? The main characters.
She's just looking at you and smiling. She says, I want you to know that your choice is important, and I can't help you.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't asking for help. I don't need any help. I'm just thinking, showing my working, thinking things through. I mean, Rowan did seem pretty upset about not having the stuff, so I suppose I could get that for them. Maybe that's a heroic thing to do as well, I suppose, but it's not killing a dragon. Can I think about it? Can I go for a walk, or just like a walk around, just to think, or just kind of like a right now kind of thing?
You can do whatever you want. You're stuck with me, so.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna just walk around. I'm just gonna think.
You stand up. Oh, go ahead.
He stands up, kind of walks to the door, and then looks back at the staff and the ticket stub. Goes, I mean, I don't know. And he walks out, and he's gonna kind of pace around the cottage and mumbling to himself, trying to decide what he's going to pick.
And we'll come back to you in your next steps. Up next, Rowan.
Hi.
Rowan, I think how do you think you would approach this cottage as you see it? It is a dot on a speck of a wide empty plain.
I think this is something approached with a lot of caution, because I think part of this also feels like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't trust my dreams, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you tell someone, like, a character in your dream, like, no, this is a dream, and then they get mad at you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm asleep or if I'm awake. And everything is like approached with caution in every step. I'm afraid, like, the floor is going to eat me and the grass is going to swallow me up.
Yeah.
And I'm very surprised when it doesn't.
Yeah. It doesn't. The ground is soft and lush underneath your feet. Nothing opens up. Nothing appears disorderly or nothing takes you by surprise except for smoke coming from the chimney of this tiny cottage.
I definitely look in the window to see if I can see anyone inside.
You see a woman, hunched back, hair tied up, and she's old, and she seems to be putting pie filling in a old-timey, like, kind of very handmade pie.
Mm-hmm. This is a silly question, but does she look kind? Does she look kind?
Yeah, she has laugh lines.
Okay. I think that makes me relax just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I knock on the door.
The door opens. You see she just flicks her hand. Door swings wide open, and she just says, "Hello?"
I think I'm lost. Can you direct me back to where I was? Although I do not. It's kind of a I'm not quite sure how I got here, but long story short, I'm lost. Do you know the way back to civilization?
You're exactly where you need to be. Sadly, you're not lost.
Then where am I?
Granny Appleseed's house, of course. Take a seat. Take a seat.
Just kind of like awkwardly stand. I'm like, oh, you're a granny. Do you have grandchildren?
No, but I've just assumed that the name because a lot of people feel more comfortable calling me Granny.
Oh, so you're like an adopted grandmother.
Yes.
That's nice. I never had a grandmother, so I'll sit down in this chair. And Rowan just kind of sits down like the plainest looking stool as to not cause too much attention. Like, I don't know what I'm allowed to touch and what I'm not allowed to touch.
Yeah. You see she immediately sets down an empty pie tin and some filling for you to do this, like to get to work. But you see in front of you, you see a long staff and a red ticket stub on the table.
How did you are these yours by chance? This staff, this stub?
Oh, they're yours. Well, one of them is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Because I one of these is it's not my style. If you catch my drift. Lexi.
Oh no, I think we
Oh, no.
Lexi freeze.
Oh no! I'm gonna open the door for my cat. I would wait for Lexi to unfreeze. Outside. Oh no! He left.
Whoa. We're back. I was freaking out that whole time during our scene drag because I could not change music. I could not click over
Oh,
to
no.
Twitch. I could not pass go. I could not collect $200. It was bad. But we're back. We're here. It's so funny because the music kept playing for me, even though the like thing broke.
Yeah.
It was very, very weird. Yeah, but we're back. We're here. What was the last thing that Granny Appleseed said?
She wanted me to help her with her pie.
Yeah, she sets down a pie tin, sets down some filling. It is sickeningly sweet and sour as well. It's like these green apples that have been cut up, caramelized, absolutely just almost resulted to full syrup, drowned in honey.
I think there's a lot of enthusiasm to this because I think I like the concept of having a little task to do.
Yeah.
And I think there's something just kind of joyous about baking with someone. And even though I'm a little scared, for some reason, I intrinsically trust this woman I just met. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. She immediately says, "One of these is yours, but not both. You must pick. But this is a game, so I must lay out the rules. One of these is something you need, and one of these is something you want. And if you pick correctly, then, well, you'll live on for centuries, and your friends might just be heroes yet."
I'm terribly sorry. I'm a bit confused. This isn't my staff. I'm not saying you did anything wrong, but one of these is not mine. Period. I have no emotional connection to it whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So don't you think that it's not a fun game then if there's a clear-cut answer?
Oh, it's a fun game. It's fun because I know who it's connected to. And deep down, I do think that you know as well. And I want you to roll me an intelligence save.
Okay. Ooh, I have a -1, but a +1 in save.
Let's go!
Okay. That is an 11.
With an 11, you don't remember who it belongs to, but you remember seeing this at the Dragon's Hoard, at Sirot's Hoard. All three of you were diving towards something precious, something valuable, and you were willing to put yourself on the line for it. And you remember how Willow died. You don't remember exactly what he was going for, but you do see, or you see this staff and you remember seeing it in the Hoard.
Like, what does the staff do? I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry. I know that you may not know as much as I'm just a bit confused, that's all.
Well, I don't really know what the staff does, but from what I understand, it's very powerful and it belonged to a great hero. I don't really like magic items, you see. I'm more a fan of games. And pies.
Fair enough. What's your favorite? Mine's a steak and ale.
Favorite pie is steak and ale pie?
Yeah, it's a savory pie.
I have yet to dip my hands into a savory pie.
I mean, I have yet to wield a staff of this kind. You haven't had a steak and ale pie. It's the first time for everything.
You're right. So, What are you afraid of then?
A lot, actually.
She was filling a pie, and you see she sits down in front of you. She kind of stops and bridges her hands and says, "Well, feel free to talk about it. It might help you decide better."
Have you ever had your greatest love ever ripped from you?
No, but I've heard it's terrible.
It is like that. That is the way to describe it. But I'm really afraid that I dedicated a large part of my life to something that I'm never going to be able to do again. And what if I wasted those years of my... And what if they were for naught? You know? What am I supposed to do now?
I don't think anything is for naught. I don't think anything falls to such a small degree that it doesn't matter. I'm sure that even though you cannot do the thing that you wish to be doing, there are connections, lives you've changed, notes you've sung. I don't know what you do. I just assume it's something theatery because you've got a interesting theater vibe around you.
Thank you. Thank you, yeah.
I just overall I do think no matter what has been ripped from you, life isn't always going to be leaving things behind, becoming someone new. But you have control over what pieces and parts you carry forward. And I think you've forgotten that.
Is this staff powerful?
So powerful.
Could this staff turn back time?
I'm unsure. Do you want to go back in time?
Don't we all?
Only those of us who see the place we leave as more powerful than the place ahead of us. Will this stub do that for you? Will it send you back in time?
I think the stub won't do that. But I'm very selfish thinking that the staff will.
Then make your choice. One is one you want, and one is one you need.
I'm gonna roll a d20 for me really quick.
Please do. And before you make your decision, we will come back. We will come back to what your final decision is. Piers. This is a house you're familiar with. You've wandered here before. This place, it seems expansive. It seems eternal. It seems everlasting. This is like a backyard to you. Yeah, you see Granny Appleseed. And you see she has pies. No. Me?
just had the little touch and go,
No.
and I mean, I could think of worse places to go if I were dead.
Oh yes. I mean, yes. This would be the best place to go if you were dead. But sadly, I am no wayfarer. Souls are not my domain. What are my domain are these beautiful, wonderful, sweet pies, and oh, Piers, my child. This is supposed to be a game. You're supposed to bring something to the game.
Piers turns out his pockets. There are like acorns and sticks and shiny rocks.
Piers. How are you lying to them? Did you?
What do you mean?
Each of them lost something important that essentially is bringing them closer and closer to their goal. Each of them lost something. Their lives, mostly, but something greater that is in that hoard. But you lost nothing, did you?
Piers sort of like scuffs his feet a little bit. No, Granny.
You lied to them.
Only a little. I didn't think they'd let me come if they didn't think I'd lost something.
I'm appalled. How? You know, the more I think about it, you like stories, right?
Yeah.
You like telling them, you like being in them. Both? Interesting. And what story are you in right now?
I mean, I feel like it's definitely an epic saga. I mean, they're kind of they don't quite get it yet, but there's definitely like main character potential here. I can feel it.
For who?
I mean, them.
Piers, you're making me sad.
Someone has to tell the story.
The story will tell itself.
They do that.
You? What about your story?
Granny, you're asking hard questions.
I'm asking.
Can we just have pie?
We can have pie, but if you look at this table, there's only one choice, and you always seem to be making the best choice for everyone else around you. And you do look at the table and you see the glass dodecahedron, one lost to Serath's horde. You see a vacant space on the other side of the table. Somewhere in some story, you would have a treasure to be placed there, a choice to be made. She brings over 2 small pies, fully, completely made, warm, smoke still rising off of them, and sets one in front of you at the table.
Piers definitely goes to stuff one in his face and then realizes that it's way too hot and does that kind of like dance that you do when you're like trying to swallow it because you're burning your mouth.
Yeah. You see Granny Appleseed just immediately bites into it, does not care about her mouth being singed. And she just says, I think you need to find what would be on the other side of this table. Not for me. I don't want to pull you into some sort of cosmic game, but I like them, and it's kind of sad that you don't have anything. Everyone has something.
I mean, I guess.
Maybe it's
I never
time.
quite got what that meant, but that's what I hear.
You realize that you are telling the story of your friends, but someone's got to tell your story.
You
And
said
it
that they
can't
tell
be your
themselves.
shadow.
Mm. Mm. Okay,
got
what
to-
do I do to get a thing then?
Step out of the chair of someone who can see. Step into the world you put yourself so far besides. And care about something. Immerse yourself in the lives around you instead of viewing them as objects that move and will be written into a story that you'll be able to tell later on. Become someone who cares about them.
That feels like a mortal thing.
It's an everyone thing, my dear. Even beasts and monsters care about their own survival. If a dragon were here in this room with me, I could lay her heart on the other side of this table because even they value their survival. So we've got to get you a hobby or something.
I have hobbies. I go fishing. I whittle every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. What's the thing you've always wanted to whittle that you never ever gotten a chance to? Or what is the most unwittable? This is a hard word to say. Unwittable thing. Something you could carve out of wood, but would never have a heartbeat, or something that walks and talks, but could never be rendered fully in stone or wood.
I mean, the sculptors always talk about, like, portraying emotions and things, and I don't really get how you do that. It's like, oh, this statue is my longing for my dead wife, or whatever, or this is the joy of spring. Like, how do you even put that into an object?
Well, now that it's on your mind, maybe you can find out.
Maybe.
You're dear to me, Piers. You're the Weirwood's wanderer. And
I have
I
a
think-
title?
Well, nobody calls you that to your face, but yes, you're the wanderer.
Do people ever call you titles to your face? Like, come
No,
on.
never. But you are our wanderer. You are the one who sees, the one who notes, the one who always observes. I think it's time for you to take a step and be the one who goes.
Granny, this sounds hard.
It will be. You're doing your first adventure, if you will.
That does mean that there'll be others. Like, if it is a first, there has to be a
Yes.
second, or it can't be a first. It's a stand-up.
Always. Well, you know your path, or at least how to start. And you have no choice other than the right thing for the rest of your group. Bring me something more interesting next time. And take a pie with you.
Oh. Pie.
What do? You see this dodecahedron in front of you.
Piers totally stuffs his too hot to eat pie in his bag, and then goes to put, probably, she said take a pie. He's maybe angling for like 3 pies.
Yeah. You hear,
if she-
watch it, Piers. Like from the kitchen where she's like holding more pies and carrying more out and cannot stop you.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, you can take as many pies as you want.
Oh, that's true. Piers totally brings it up for the group because of who he is as a person.
Yes, absolutely.
Does she like seem mildly peeved that I am making off with pies?
No.
No. It's always more
She's
fun when they at
enamored.
least pretend to be annoyed. Oh.
Absolutely not.
So this is mine now. He makes grabby hands at the dodecahedron.
Go for it. Good luck on your adventure.
Thanks, Granny.
And do you grab the dodecahedron?
I grab the dodecahedron and give Granny a hug and go to dash out the door.
Okay. You go to grab the dodecahedron, and we're gonna cut back to Willow as they walk around outside. Yeah, what's going through your mind? Where is your mind is racing? I can see those wheels turning, the hamsters running. What is going through Willow's mind?
I think he has heard enough stories, not from his father, but of his father, where he's come across like incredible beings and incredible and strange planes of existences and realms. And like I imagine his father's come across a sphinx before and has been given a riddle to solve and things like that. And being aware that even these creatures knew about his father more than his father knew about himself. So I think he recognizes that he's in one of those situations now where he's in a space where he doesn't understand, where this hag most likely has incredible power and most likely knows more about him than he does know about himself. So her saying that one of these things is what you need and one of these things is what you want has him thinking deeply, like, is she right? Is this one of the things I need or rather what I want? Like, it's pretty clear what I want, and I thought that was the same thing as what I need, but now this being that I can only imagine is omniscient, or at least some level of omniscient, thinks that I want the ticket stub or need the ticket stub. So kind of like pacing, trying to figure out he's kind of like trying to figure out the rules or the loophole or the hint in this game of what the right choice is.
Give me another insight check.
Okay. 11.
Give me a con save.
Con save? Okay.
Hold up. Let me make sure.
21.
21. You become more and more aware of racing thoughts. And once again, her words kind of ring true with you of anxiety being the culmination of awareness of freedom. There is no loophole. There are a million possibilities, and any one of them could set you in any direction. And what a gift it is to be told, I have something that will send you in the right direction, but you have to turn away from who you are. And your thoughts keep bouncing around in your head and racing. You feel your heart start pulsing. You have no fear, but in this place, you feel a deep level of anxiety, and you're able to push it not even push it down, there's no pushing anxiety down, but you're able to mask, you fall into a place and you immediately push back on it and try to come back to logic and sensibility without falling into the depth of possibility.
This is strange. And I can't pretend that I know exactly what's going on, but I think he's going to remember the moment. I think just barely remember, because I think it was like dipping in and out of consciousness, as well as dipping in and out of Willow versus more draconic Willow.
Yeah.
But it's going to remember Yusuf trying and failing, unfortunately, but trying to call out and save Spring Hill Jack,
Yeah.
and how heroic that was. Trying to save the very person who very nearly killed all of us. And he sighs, and I think his ears burn a little bit at the memory of Yusuf. And he'll walk back into the cottage, the hut.
Okay. You walk back in. You hear Granny say, "Are you ready yet?" That was a lot of thinking. Very loud thoughts.
Wait, hold on. Loud?
I could hear you thinking from in here.
Wait. So you remember, you heard everything I was thinking? Like everything? Like every...
No, but you tend to talk out loud, my dear.
Okay. He like relaxes when he...
Roll me another insight check. I love you so much. Please roll me an insight check.
Oh boy, a 6.
You can't tell if she's lying for your sake or not. Like lying to make you feel better or not.
I think his anxiety spikes a little bit. His hands get a little bit sweaty. It's because I'm just thinking, you know, they're like intrusive thoughts. They're not all like, they don't mean anything or anything like that. Like it was just yeah, whatever.
Yeah. You're making sense. Willow, you're making sense, Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, the answer is obvious, okay? And he's gonna like, without looking at her, just gonna swipe the red ticket stub from the
You grab the
table.
ticket stub?
Yeah.
She smiles just a little bit, and we cut to Madeline. Rowan! You've got 2 choices in front of you.
I know.
I would love to see what happens next.
And I love that you went to a break because I had an epiphany of sorts. So I think Rowan kind of like looks at these 2 things in front of her, and they look at Granny and they go, "Can I up the stakes of the game?"
It would be a pleasure. I would love that.
If I choose one thing, the other must be destroyed.
Wow. That is wonderful. I love that. I'll take you on for it, yes.
And Rowan takes the staff.
You reach for the staff. All 3 of you see a warm smile on Granny's face before disappearing and opening your eyes in the Weirwood. You've been sleeping so long, the branches of the trees surrounding you have started to grow around you. In your hands, Rowan, the staff has turned into a hammer. In your hands, Willow, the stub has turned into a map. In your hands, Piers, the dodecahedron has turned into a quiver. And you all you wake with a jump. The forest is dark around you. It seems almost like a day later. Day, maybe 3, maybe 4, you're not sure. This forest is dark and different and hard to gauge any time, but there are a few leaves on you and a few branches wrapped around you.
start awake, and I see maybe my right shoulder has been wrapped in roots and branches, and I try and pull myself free. And I look down at my hand and see this map.
Yep.
I'm very visibly confused, and I'm rubbing the sleep and probably honestly just dirt out of my eye.
Yeah.
And look around to see if anyone else is around, if I'm with the party again.
In a circle, tree, like leaned up against trees, almost in a circle, you see across from you see Yusuf, who wakes up and holds nothing in rare hands. You see to your right, you see Piers, and to your left, you see Rowan, who all four of you have awoken at the same time and make eye contact as you look across from you and look to the left and the right and see each other.
I thought I'm just gonna take a nap for maybe an hour, but it feels like longer. Is everyone okay?
I'd like to think at some point while being asleep, Piers like inhaled a leaf or something and is like pulling it out. Like, oh God, are the trees growing inside me? No, it's fine. I think.
Amazing.
Do they look like they're going inside me?
I don't know.
It seems very surface level. Even you shaking the branches off was a very weak, small thing. It's not even a strength check or anything. You just push the branch off you, it snaps.
Oh, hey. Is this anybody's? Piers holds up the quiver.
Rowan doesn't say a sound. I'm just staring at this hammer with a white hot rage. And I'm thinking very mean things about Granny Appleseed.
Yep.
I'm thinking very mean things about this woman. Because I had an epiphany and I had some heart thoughts. And I have this stupid fucking hammer. And I think Rowan just puts it to the side and just face and hands.
Yeah.
Is everything okay? I think he's like, Willow keeps a distance because the last time he asked, Rowan yelled at him. So he's like,
knives.
is everything okay?
I gave up my fucking ticket stub for a hammer.
Hammer.
Piers
Wait,
is gonna
did
look
you-
in his bag for pie.
Pie's there. Fresh, still warm.
Did you
Piers
see?
is going to tentatively approach Rowan with a pie. I do. Eating always makes me feel better. Do you want a pie?
No, I don't want a pie. I want... Ugh, and I just toss the hammer to the side. Not to, like, hurt anyone, but just, like, I'm a toddler. This toy is making me angry.
I think still keeping his distance, just in case. Willow kind of yells over. The ticket stub. Did you see the hag? I didn't get a name. I probably should have
I
asked for
saw
a
a
name.
hag. Granny Appleseed or something like that.
Oh, she's a granny.
Well, that's what she told me.
Oh, I didn't ask her name. Probably should have done that. I guess I wasn't a great guest. Though I don't know how I got there in the first place. So I think I get some leniency for that. I picked up the stub. I turn into this, and he kind of holds up the map in his hand.
Well, I was thinking about picking up the stub, but then I was like, well, if I pick up the stub, then I'm done, and then I have to go back and, like, do shit in my life. So I grabbed the fucking staff, and now it's this goddamn hammer.
Oh wait, you grabbed my staff? And it's
your staff?
Yeah.
Do you want to do a trade?
Well, it's my dad's, but then... Pardon?
You want to do a trade, say staff for a hammer?
Yeah, sure. he hands the well, not staff for the hammer. You mean staff for the hammer or a map for the hammer? Because he has the staff turned into a map.
I guess so. I don't know.
Like, I mean, when I get my staff back, I definitely want my staff, but I can.
No,
yeah.
I didn't want your staff. It was more of a do I cross the finish line now or later sort of situation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and you chose like now.
Yeah. No, I chose later.
You're gonna head tilts. I mean, the staff would have just like pretty powerful. It would just make you like wherever you need to do, you can just do it. Probably then there.
Oh, I was going to sell it for a lot of money, so that's good to know.
Wait, what? No.
I don't have any need for it. I thought about using it for my own purposes, but I was like, I could do that, or I could make a lot of money off of it.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could make a lot of money from it. It's very expensive, but no. Here, and he hands over
Pierce
the
was
map.
just eating pie watching this.
Truly.
The hammer to
Yeah, we switch.
Willow.
I mean, have either of you like had bedtime stories? It's way too early in the story to actually get your stuff back.
No.
You never had bedtime stories?
I mean,
Pierce looks like
I've-
honestly like aghast, like you told him like I don't know, you were trained to kick puppies as a child.
I mean, I don't think so. No, nothing. I mean, my kind of butler told me stories occasionally, but never really like bedtime. Just in general, kind of life lessons and stories like that.
I mean, that's a start, I guess. But anyway, the story isn't over yet. If you just got your stuff, then you could go home.
You're not making any sense right now, but
No.
I'm just gonna nod and smile.
Granny said that this was the best choice for the group. He sort of hefts the quiver. I picked up the shiny rock, and it turned into this thing. So I assume this is like a step on the road.
I see. Okay.
Like it'll enable us to defeat the dragon somehow.
How the fuck is a hammer going? Are we gonna walk in and build a bookshelf for it?
Quick question:
I'm gonna-
Is it like just like a hammer and nails hammer, or is it like a war hammer?
It is a full warhammer. You
Oh,
see.
I
that-
thought it was like
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
hammer.
No, it's like an ancient stone hammer. You see, it's got almost like these dwarvish runes on it. If anybody can read that, blue metal. Yeah, it's got a whole. I got a stat block for this thing. It is not a cute little hammer.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was thinking like in Mario Brothers, those keepers that throw like hammers off the
Yes.
clouds. I was
Yeah,
thinking
for
those
sure.
hammers.
It was a hammer. I didn't know it was a hammer.
Yeah, it's hefty. It's hefty.
Lexi, can I make a history legends check to see if I have any idea what this hammer is? Like, is it famous
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah, I would say. I think. Yeah, go for it.
Also, I think in that case, actually, let me see what my
Willow
you
also.
see.
You can
actually,
make this as well. But what were you gonna do?
I think now that you described it as like a proper warhammer, he kind of like grabs it with one hand and immediately like
Yeah.
feels the weight of it. It's like, oh whoa, oh
Throws it
yeah. So what do you say, Cheryl?
Yeah,
History legends.
that's a
roll?
12.
Okay.
12. I think that big hammer with dwarven runes in it doesn't exactly ring a specific bell, but it in your mind there are quite a few famous like hammers. And you're not really sure, like you could figure out what it has to do with, I'm sure, over time, but for now you know that this is like no normal hammer. Something arcane about it.
I rolled a 9.
Would I guess that like it's magic or just like famous?
I think you would guess that it's famous. If you wanted to, I guess, be aware of if it's magic. If you wanted to be, yeah, I think that you guessed that it's magic, or you guessed that it's famous. Sorry, you guessed that it's famous. Willow, because your dice keep Jeez. I'm your
I
biggest
rolled
hater.
some bad rolls earlier.
I'm your biggest hater, and I love it. Piers, roll me an Arcana check, and I'll give you whether or not, if you get higher than a 10, you're aware that it's magic in some way, shape, or form.
Here's hoping. Oh, 13.
Cool. You feel it's magic. You feel like it's famous. You don't know which one it is. Willow. This hammer. Can you read Dwarvish?
No, I can't.
Okay. This hammer is covered and encrusted with dwarvish runes. You see that there are blue metal veins starting from the base of the, like the stalk of the hammer, kind of moving up, curving around, reaching to the head. You know this hammer. This is a hammer that brought down dragons in history's past. This is called the Hammer of Vengeance. And you can add it to your inventory. At least the party can add it to their inventory. You've heard that this can break the mind of a dragon. Can absolutely shatter the mind of a dragon.
So I think like he kind of grabs it, you see him struggling to hold it, he tries to lift it to prop on his shoulder. Even that's kind of painful and too hard.
It's like,
kind of like just lets
falling
it. So kind of lets it hit the ground and kind of like lets it stand its head on the ground, staff up. And it's like try to casually lean on it as if he did this all on purpose.
It's funny because when it lands on the ground, it's just this huge king in the middle of the forest that like rings out. And it is almost unbelievable that you could casually lean on this.
This is an incredibly famous hammer. Of course, I would know as a dragon slayer myself. This is a hammer made for exactly that, pretty much.
So it would be worth a lot of money.
We're not selling it.
Sorry that my mind goes to financial stability.
If you want money, and he's gonna go reach into his satchel
no,
give her a handful of coin. You can just have it. No,
don't give me money.
Okay, you pay it back in his satchel.
This
This is what we need to fight the dragon and hopefully get our stuff back. So I am very much a spellcaster, though I can wield this if I really wanted to. I need my hands free for my spells. So if anyone else wants to handle this.
Well, I guess I picked it up, so maybe I should hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, I go over and I pick up the hammer with my +0 to strength.
I've got a -1, so.
Yes. Anybody can make any more checks on the other things you all appeared with.
I want to make a check on this map.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of check, Lexi, should I make?
Make a history check.
Okay.
Or like the legends situation, if you would like.
Ooh, I'll do history. That's a 12.
Okay, this seems to be a famous map. You see, similar to the hammer that you decided to pick up, there are dwarven runes on this as well.
Oh.
But you're not really sure what it's of.
I'm gonna think there's like a little bit of, am I holding this the right way?
Yeah.
Great, we have a map we can't read, a hammer, and a quiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pierce knows anything interesting about the quiver?
Savannah, you're muted.
I think you're muted, yeah.
There we go. Is that another history check?
Yeah. Go for it.
Ooh, that is a 19 on the die, with a +2 for my expertise die, and a +2.
21 plus
so that's 23. I can math. Yes. That math.
Got it.
23.
You see this delicate light beautifully crafted quiver. What languages do you know?
Let's see.
You're an
I
elf,
know.
technically.
Yeah, I know Common, Elvish, and Undercommon,
Ooh.
and Sylvan.
Inscribed, almost embossed with golden elvish writing. You see this quiver tells the story of how a group of elves were once trapped. And actually, give me 1 second. Cool. You see cool. This quiver has inscriptions in it. It says inscriptions of an elven party who got stuck in a cave with the Spider Queen Shieldiel. You see they barely made it out alive and were able to coat the quiver in an enchantment that basically allowed any arrow that enters the quiver to be covered in dragon venom. Dragon venom. This is particularly potent towards dragons.
Oh.
Yes.
Does
It
anyone
does seem
have
to
any
be
arrows? I don't have arrows.
Yeah. Go for it.
Can I put my knife in there?
You can put your knife in there. Yeah. You
Yeah,
drop a
does it-
knife in there.
I drop a knife in there.
Cool. You shake it around a little bit. Just shake it. You pull it back
Like a
out.
cocktail shaker.
Yeah.
I like my daggers shaken, not stirred.
Bad. Terrible.
Can I please have a dry dagger?
That's okay. Yeah, I actually like the name of that drink. Dry dagger,
Dry dagger, yeah.
shaken dagger. Yeah, you bring your dagger back out, and what I'll say, it's like in the metal streaking along it, almost like cannot remember the type of metal, but it's layered on top. It's literally layered when it's melted down, so it makes Damascus, I think it's called.
Damascus, yeah.
That it's poison just snaking its way through your blade. And you know, I'll tell you what it does later, but you definitely see this like poisonous enchantment have covered this blade.
Chekhov's dragon's blood dagger.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would work actually, but cool.
Shake it up. That's a really funny image. Perfect. Does anyone else want to check out anything on the map? I will re-describe the map to be true to the description I'm given in this wonderful adventure. You see that the map is almost completely like empty, but as you start thinking of where you are, and actually, Rowan, where does your mind go to? Where do you want to be?
I want to be at the Harvest Festival so I can show off to Philomena, obviously.
A hand starts to inscribe in front of you on this map, a little map of Hengistbury. And you see some water features that were kind of like wider, like rivers that were wider last time you, like literally wider last time you left, are thinner now. Some things going on. But you imagine that place and a hand starts to draw it, and almost in a moment of embarrassment of like, oh crap, I don't want to show anybody else, this is where my mind is. You start stamping that idea down, the hand starts to untrace the ink, and the map returns to being empty.
I hand this to Piers and I go, don't question it, just think of a place where you want to go and hold this.
You're muted. I
Muted.
love you so much. you're Yeah.
Anyway, I'm also thinking of Hengistbury because I want to go buy arrows.
Oh my gosh, I love that. You see a literal map sprawl in front of you, drawn. You literally see Hengistbury. Yeah, this map seems to be particularly magic in its own right, and you don't feel like it'll ever let you get lost. Like, you think that by injecting a thought into it, you're causing this map to be drawn, but you also feel like it is not about to let you become lost.
So does it show from where we are to Hengistbury, or is it just showing the Hengistbury area?
Showing the Hengistbury area.
Okay. I'm just gonna like sit on the ground. I'm gonna have this map out, and I'm gonna pull out our map of misdirection that only works in the forest. I'm gonna lay them out side by side and essentially see if I can figure out how to get us from A to B.
Easy. The map takes on this extra, almost like puzzle piece outside, an extraneous puzzle piece outside of the map of misdirection. As you think of the map of misdirection and think of where you would like to be, the map you get, which you can call this the coward's map. The map that the map you get adds on like an additional puzzle piece of information to get you where you need to be as the forest seems to shift and move. It seems almost like a lock, like turning in two separate ways. It seems to be like turning along with the map to make sure that no matter where you're headed, you're going in the right way. Are y'all leaving the forest? It's a real question.
That's what I assume we're doing.
Personally, I would like to leave the forest.
Yeah. Also,
For normal reasons.
where are the kids?
Yeah,
We
where's
told
the
them to
shadow?
wait for us.
Yusuf literally told them to go.
Oh, to go. Okay.
Yeah. Told
Okay.
them to go. I will say, the more you walk through, you hear screams, like blood-curdling screams from the forest.
No.
They belong to no children. They belong to those affected by the Kentars. You see people, entire caravans of people moving out of their houses because they're like, Kentars moved in there. We got a better place up the road. We're gonna go that way.
I was like, I'm actively avoiding eye contact with any of these creatures because we're like,
You is as
that's
well.
our fault.
Rare eyes are just like, I cannot see it. Yeah, everyone's like, you see people like just deciding to move to their summer homes. You see people who, like, a group of kids that have taken up like a rebel force against the Kentars, marching in attention, like while you all head out of the forest. The forest is on high alert, and you don't know how long it's been, but it must have been a while.
Damn, we slept through the start of a civil war.
I wasn't involved in that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. It is a wonderful time. You exit the forest. It takes you maybe a day or two. And actually, yeah, it takes you about 2 or 3 days. And when you exit the forest and make it back to Hengistbury, the place is alive and buzzing. It's nighttime. The autumn festival has already begun. It is in full swing as you step out of the forest. And that's where we're gonna pause and take a break. Oh my gosh. Come on, Autumn Festival. Let's go.
This is gonna be gay. I'm ready.
It's gonna be so gay. I am completely ready for it. That being said, if you're curious about this wonderful system that we're playing and this wonderful campaign, this campaign is the adventure path to save the kingdom. It is no longer live on Kickstarter, but you can use BackerKit to basically go back in and get this get a copy of this game, this adventure path. Let me see when that is. The Kickstarter's ending, but you can basically use a BackerKit to pre-order the book next month. So if you missed it, you can join the pre-order on the 30th of May. Just check out the Kickstarter for updates on information. Outside of that, the system we're using is the Level Up Advanced 5th Edition system. It's essentially a more flexible version of 5e that you already know and love. you can follow along as we're playing. It's you'll figure it out as you go, or you can go to www.a5e.tools. And you can find rules in a simple to read, easy to access website. We will be back in about 10 minutes, y'all, for Autumn Festival things.
Oh.
We'll see you
Yay,
soon. Bye.
shenanigans.
my gosh, we're back. Ain't that wild? Ain't that just the way?
It is.
We are back, and honestly, who noticed that we left? We never left. We're back. We're playing Level Up 5e, and our players just left the Fey. What is the word for it? Fey what's the word for it?
Hell.
They left hell.
Hell, yeah.
They left the Weirwood. The Weirwood is a Fey-like forest where most of the Fey creatures reside, or at least take their home, including the now almost infectious Kentars. They're spreading like wildfire, and nobody knows how to stop them, and it's okay.
Oh, no, we just caused an ecological disaster.
Yes, absolutely. Just absolutely
For the
releasing a
sequel.
new species. What'd you say?
It's for the sequel.
The sequel.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play
exactly.
some Kentar next time.
Oh my god.
You all leave and you stumble upon a warm, hearty celebration. You see the Autumn Festival. The Autumn Festival kind of just this wonderful collaboration of two cities. You've got Thornbury and Hengistbury, who kind of are celebrating the laborious season in hopes of winning best of for their wares. There are also tons of games around, and you see a huge, not as big as the Big Top, I would say, Rowan, but you see a pretty big tent, just bright red.
I just drag all of my crew there. No one's allowed to look at anything.
Oh, what?
We're going this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trust me, it'll be cool.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You all you get to this tent. The person at the front, you see a person head half shaved, like shaved on the sides, the rest of it's kind of roaring and down. They look at all three of you and they say 8 silver pieces per person.
I was informed to tell you that I am a friend of Philomena's.
Give me a this is persuasion? Yeah, I think
It's
just
true.
I know. They don't know.
Okay, let's
They're
see.
like-
I'm good at No, I'm not good at persuasion, but I do have good charisma. So
Literally no one is good at persuasion
it's
except
a
for
dirty little 20.
Willow is great.
Okay, dirty
Oh,
20.
that's pretty good. Yeah.
You see they cross their arms and look at you completely bored out of their minds, but roll their eyes, walk to the back. You see on the other side of the tent, they walk on the outside of the tent somewhere else, and you see they come back a couple of minutes later and they're like, okay, you can go in and sit, take a seat.
Great, thank you. And I drag them in.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Enter the Big Top. And you do see, and let me futz around with music for a second. Oh.
Piers totally offers Rowan a high five after we get in.
Rowan gets a high
Yeah,
five
sure.
from Piers.
Yeah, high five.
Woo!
Oh, you know?
Can't believe you don't have circus music prepared, Lexi.
I know. That song's so
I think Piers actually thinks that you lied, Rowan.
Oh,
Piers has no idea who Philomena is supposed to be, and
yeah,
figures that you just like bluffed your way in and thinks that's rad.
amazing.
He doesn't say any of this because clearly it's evident. But...
Oh yeah. You all can't get Madagascar 2 out of my head, or 3 out of my head.
Noah Baumbach's finest film.
Just past the marriage story. Yeah, so you enter in, you see people in a crowd sitting. What was Philomena's act?
She was a bareback rider.
Amazing.
So she rode horses and like did tricks on them.
You see as you step in, the lights are fairly dim. You see these ambling lightning bugs that are giving off light, and with a flick of someone's hand, someone standing off at the back of the tent. Everyone kind of quiets down, and you start to hear a siren song. Is there anything you want to say to your friends about what is happening? You just fully drag them.
I just say, first of all, your life is going to be changed. Second of all, she's an old friend of mine. That's why we're here.
Okay. Wait, didn't you mention that you'll be performing or something like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh fuck.
I didn't realize you had an act. That's cool.
Yeah, I throw knives. Can I do a perception check?
Was that what you were practicing when you were screaming?
See if there's like a techie around.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. It's a natural one, baby.
You always scream when you throw knives, or was that just like a special occasion?
Wow, Pierce, you ask so many questions. Someone told you that.
Just so anxious right now.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan, who's the last person you want to see in this room?
What's his face?
What's his face?
What's his face? I say as I pull out my Google Doc.
Oh my gosh. Oliver?
I need all
yes,
of you to know,
Oliver.
Oh, Oliver. I need all of you to know that I couldn't get Madagascar 3 out of my head either, so I just quickly watched the clip just to get out.
How dare you?
This is wrong. I'm putting you on blast. I made you the main person in this. You could be on blast. Bad.
Listen.
Yes,
Bad.
Oliver. Who, because he's so plain looking,
Oh my god.
just almost missed. And I'm like, just here, like, oh my god, when Josh is like, Megan, it's like, Oliver.
Oh my gosh. You see him. I'm gonna leave this question to you. Does he see you?
I feel like with a natural one, yeah, he does.
For sure. You see this lackluster, boring looking, but therefore more fit to be the criminal that he is. You see, standing off at the corner, the person at the back of the tent, whose hand dimmed the lights, is your friend. Not even your friend, Oliver.
No.
Everyone give me a wisdom save as this act begins.
Wisdom save?
Yes.
Oh,
Oliver.
Okay.
That
Lexi, I think you'll be happy with this roll, okay?
I'm ready. What is it?
It's a 7.
Oh, I'm overjoyed. Absolutely.
That's cute. I got a 17.
Aw. What did Piers get? You muted.
You're muted.
Muted.
Oh, you're muted fully.
Does this involve being charmed or being put to sleep?
Yes, it does.
Oh, I'm immune to that.
Okay, cool. Good to
Do I
know.
have anything to help me here? I don't think so.
Yeah, magic can't put you to sleep, and you have an expertise to being charmed.
Great. Expertise. Okay, so go ahead and roll and add your expertise die.
All right,
And this-
that is a 14 for Piers.
Okay. And Rowan is immune?
I'm a 16, but I can add my expertise die. Because I
Do what
can't
you
put to
do what you
sleep.
will.
That's 19.
Nice. And Willow's sitting at a 7.
Yeah. I would think to help me later, but right now, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. Okay, you
Actually, no, I have inspiration.
Okay.
I have some inspiration left. Hold on. I'm gonna use it. It was a wisdom, right?
Okay,
I
yeah.
refuse to make
Oh, I
Lexi
think
happy.
yes, yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
I rolled a 17.
It wasn't even that dangerous. You're gonna be so mad. All of you hear this performance, and it is absolutely captivating. And there's something about Philomena's timbre and her tone that digs down deep into rich alto and then immediately soars up to some sort of mezzo soprano, scaling the heights caliber. And what I'll say, the song is alluring to you all, but you feel yourself as you get drawn into her, like it's just you and her on the stage. She starts to move around the stage, and something takes you out. Everyone give me perception checks.
Ooh, I'm good at perception.
Yeah, you are.
Not today. Natural 1 + 5.
Cool.
Wait, I also rolled. I'm gonna go with twinning. I also rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
you're
you're muted, but I heard. Did you get a natural 1?
No.
Wow.
-1.
Oh my
A
god.
natural 1,
Oh my
-1.
I need to do something real quick.
For the history
This is amazing.
books.
Oh my god. Okay, so because I rolled a natural 1, I get another inspiration die because my source of inspiration is failure. So I just went back up.
Amazing.
I can't be surprised if you're gonna surprise us, Lexi.
Oh, I'm not going to surprise you. Each of you, you're singing, and this act that was supposed to allure you doesn't. But when she's done, you see this beautiful woman standing on stage. She's effortless and wonderful, and her eyes lock with you, Rowan. And you see there's like a pain for a second. Like she sees you and she smiles almost instinctually, and then something else flashes in her eyes, a concern, a pain, a sadness. She actually stumbles in her song for a moment and remembers where she's going next and continues singing.
I'm like in my gut, I'm like, oh no. And I it's I'm sitting there, and I think like I'm putting like splinters into my palms with how like tight I'm gripping the seat that I'm on.
And the song continues, persists, and you are just truly grabbing onto the seat more and more and more. And before you know it, it's done. The lights come back up. The applause is deafening. And people are starting to leave. You see Philomena turn around and leave through the back.
I grab my chums and I say,
Oh, okay.
Do you wanna go backstage and meet her?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not?
Perfect. And I drag them to the back.
Okay. All three of you head to the back. You see Oliver steps out before you can get to the end of the tent and says, "Funny meeting you here."
Ha ha ha, so funny, Oliver. I'm kind of busy right now.
Busy?
Mm-hmm.
How can you be so busy?
I'm reconnecting with a friend.
Oh, I can find myself doing that too.
Ha ha ha, very funny. I want to go talk to Philomena. Can you please let me go talk to her?
Philomena doesn't want to talk to you.
No. Dude, move.
She wanted to talk to you 4 days ago when this festival began. She wanted to talk to you 4 days before that, before you left the town.
Lexi, can I cast a spell?
Yeah? Yeah?
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm going to cast Enthrall.
Okay.
And I need a wisdom saving throw from this person. And basically, I weave a compelling stream of words, and the target has disadvantage on perception checks to perceive anything but me.
Let's see. Okay. This is a wisdom save?
Yes.
Cool. It's gonna be a natural 1.
Well,
Natural one, gang. Let's go.
Oliver can join the gang.
there's something in the air.
What do you say?
Let's see. Piers is probably going to go into start with small talk. He's basically just
Mhm.
stream of conscious talking to this person. Is like, so when'd you get into town? What do you think of the place? Da da da. I don't
Looking
know
at
that
you-
I'm actually paying attention to his answers.
Yeah. Looking at you, at first you see he's resistant, doesn't want to answer anything, but slowly you just start. It's like a one word answers start stumbling out of his mouth, surprising him, and then suddenly he's just talking. And yeah, are you actually focusing on the conversation, or are you just trying to get him somewhere else?
I'm going to focus on the conversation because I don't want to risk interrupting the spell, essentially.
Yeah.
But with my hand, I'm just going to wave Rowan and Willow through the door.
I drag Willow with me.
Okay, I can walk because he
Not
allows
fast
us to-
enough.
yeah.
Not fast
Okay.
enough.
Oh my
And
god.
Piers knows the autumn festival, and is probably going into minute detail. Like, oh, have you tried the pie eating contest? Have you tried this thing? Have you tried that thing?
Yeah. There are a lot of things to do at this festival. You throw literally every single thing. Yeah, he's being like, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Should I? Should I? It's just absolutely longing for your approval.
Piers turns into the tourism bureau.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the tourism bureau. I literally love that. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing, Rowan? What are you doing, Willow?
I'm looking for Philomena because I'm like, I have to clarify what happened. I can't let a miscommunication do this to us.
Oh, it's
Willow's just being dragged along for the ride. He's like, I'm here, I guess, for moral support, I guess. I don't know.
oh my gosh. Sorry. I just got so lost in this scene, the idea of this scene. Just absolutely running. This is not what's gonna be. This is not what's gonna break us up, I swear. Jeez. I think what happens is you walk through this back area and you see the stamped down grass, where a tent bigger than this one should have been. Grass that's familiar to you. You hear the sounds of people kind of applauding and congratulating her in her tent. But you open it up and you see Philomena, you see a group of young teenagers who are absolutely fawning over her and applying, giving so many compliments, almost so excited, so nervous. Maybe they have a crush, you're not sure. They're just bumbling over their words and being like, you can sing so well. It's just, you sing so well. And and they're just so nervous. And you see she's smiling at them very fondly, very warmly, and looks up at you. Do you do anything? Do you say anything?
I I look at her and I try to do the best. I'm so sorry. The story has a lot of layers to it, look, that I can muster. And I just say, you were really, really good tonight.
You see where the others were applying their compliments, she was just nodding and kind of at your words. She ducks her head, and you see blush cover her face. And these younger kids kind of look up at you. It's 3 younger teenagers that are like, She was really, really good.
Yeah, she's been the
Have you seen her perform before? This is my first time.
yeah, I'm her number one fan.
This is so fucking gay. What the fuck? God damn
Sorry,
it.
I
My
have to
heart.
scream. I have to scream. Oh. You see the three of them, the three teenagers, just like clasp their hands and get so warm. And one of them gets really mad at you for a second, like glances at you like,
Willow's gonna like the moment he sees that, Willow's gonna step in between them and go, I think you should all leave. Philomena needs to get some rest after her performance today.
oh yeah, absolutely. We'll see you at your next one in 20 minutes. We'll be in the crowd. Yeah, And all three of them, one of them's like, that's so stupid. Why would you say that? They turn around, they leave. And
I'm gonna like herd them out and go with and like look over my shoulder because I think even Willow is aware enough to know kind of what's going on here, and he's gonna lead them out and leave Rowan and Philomena alone. In the tent.
You head out to see the festival. I'll describe to you things you can do because I think Willow would be interested in some of the games that the strength games, the mind games, the festival.
The mind games, yeah. Strength games, not so much.
Dragon Slayer can't do strength games. You're kidding. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But we'll focus on this for a second. Philomena turns her back to you, and you see she starts to, in a mirror, starts to put on more makeup.
Are you familiar with the Weirwood? The Weirwood?
Is this another excuse?
It's not an excuse, it's what happened.
I waited for you. I waited so long for you.
Listen, there was someone who needed help, and I was under the impression that it would be done in under a day, and I didn't know that time would move differently in the Wirewood to the point where this would happen.
I've heard stories of the Weirwood, so it's not completely unheard of. I waited a really long time.
I know, and I should say I'm sorry, but I know that that's not going to do anything right now, and it's not going to fix anything. But I am really and terribly sorry.
I forgive you.
And I don't care about the throwing knife act, and I know that's completely unprofessional of me, but I'm just happy that I got to see you perform.
Do you mean that?
Yes, obviously.
I changed my act. I didn't know if you would like it or not.
No, it was so good.
It felt good to have you in the crowd as well. I feel like singing to shadows sometimes.
No, no one talks about how isolating it is sometimes. Because performing is all fun and games, but at the end of the day, you just kind of go back home to your lonely self.
Yeah. You always understood, and I really liked that. I don't know if I have space for a dagger show tonight, but if you...
I want to, but I don't want to take away from you.
You never have. You never would.
I had this really, really strange kind of like thought today. And I think one of the, not the biggest reason, because I do like, you're one of my closest friends and I do love you so dearly, but I think a little part of me loves you because of what you represent to me. You represent an old life. And part of me is wondering if I keep hanging on, will that life come back? And I'm like a siphoning parasite, and I can't do that to you. Because it's not fair.
Siphon. To be a parasite means you're taking more than you can give. I don't think that's fair. I've been looking for you since you left. And part of me holds on to that idea. It feels like I might die if I let go of it. But I would rather let the idea go and stay with you. And have you here in whatever this new life might be. I would rather forget everything else and let it all fall away. And
You would do that?
if it meant you stayed, yes. Even if you're different, even if we're both different, if I change my act and you change your hair and...
Think about that stupid fucking hammer. I want to stay. I want to stay. I don't know how it happened, but I'm in the middle of something bigger than me.
You happen to find yourself in situations like that a lot.
And all I can ask is for you to wait for me. And I completely understand if you don't. But that's all I can ask of you right now, because I want that too. But I have a job that needs to be finished.
She holds out a hand. Just up to you in the middle of this tent. For you to take the step towards.
I do.
Do you take her hand?
I take her hand.
She squeezes it. And she stands to meet you. And she says, I will wait as long as you need me to. As long as it means you come back.
I think there is like this big hesitation of like, am I going to kiss her? And I think Rowan's very hesitant because Rowan's like, do I do this? Is asking, can I kiss you going to like kill the moment? And I think it's very clear. This is like a moment where it's like very clearly plastered on her face and she's not trying to hide it at all.
You hear her say, you think very loudly. And if you'll allow it,
Yeah.
she will.
No. Rowan accepts it like 500.
Yeah! Yeah!
Everybody cheered.
Everybody clap your hands.
Let's go, lesbians. Let's go.
Let's go, lesbians. Let's go. you. Just absolutely losing my mind. Everyone clap.
You hear all the teenagers outside cheering. No.
And that one angry one, like, damn. So angry. Absolutely did not have a shot. Morally cannot have a shot, but so devastated.
So devastated.
You two share a wonderful kiss, a wonderful embrace in this tent as she promises to wait for you. Your mind flickers to the hammer for a moment. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. That is a 16.
With a 16, your belt is a little light.
Huh? Sorry, that was our first meeting.
Our 3 days are up.
Uh-huh. I kind of just like whisper, "What did you do?"
What?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
I'm gonna kind of like look around a little bit and just feel what is missing on my waist.
The hammer. The hammer is gone.
Where did you? Do you know where my hammer went?
No, I've been in here the whole time. I mean, maybe... now's probably a good time to tell you that Oliver has been up to something.
Oh, really? Oliver's been up to something.
This energy.
Yeah. No one I don't like Oliver.
I didn't know you never liked him.
He grinds my gears. What did Oliver do?
Well, many and multiple times I've heard people leaving my act, basically saying they were missing something. And at first I thought it was just, silly people misplacing things. Maybe it's bigger than that.
I'm going to kill him.
I mean, do what you have to, I guess.
Yeah. He's not like important to you at all. I can
He's
just like
my agent.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You left. Who was supposed to help me? Who was supposed to protect me? Who's gonna tell the people that I'm charging too little?
Oh my god, he's I love you very much. I need to get that hammer back. It's very important. Oh my god, I've been waiting for you to say that for 15 years. I need to get that hammer back. It's actually kind of important.
Then go get the hammer.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. And then I run out, and then I run back in, like peck on the cheek, and then I run back out again.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's so cute. Willow.
It's okay. Okay.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Willow, you are wandering out. You follow these teenagers. Are you actually following them, or are you just like going to the main festival circuit?
Yeah, I think once I get them out of the tent, I'm just gonna like leave them because I'm like, okay, cool. I gave Philomena and Rowan their alone time. Job done. I'm the hero of this story. I want to go treat myself.
You know, you see many and multiple stands and stalls of people from both towns setting up. You see there's like a pie eating contest. You see there's a dancing contest, which Yusuf would have really liked. You see an arm wrestling contest, a kobold toss, a giant boar being bucked around in a pile of mud, and you see someone throwing darts at balloons, essentially trying to make trick shots. You also see people lined up, and you get the sense that there's something that probably you get people lined up. You see that they are basically marking and registering huge rolls of cheese. And where the huge rolls of cheese are, you see a bunch of farmers like standing in a line. But mainly you see behind this line where there's huge roll of cheese, like a platinum trophy that is of cheese, like the most idealized image of cheese. But you see all of this stuff. You can
Okay.
kind of interact with whatever you want.
The platinum cheese one's very funny. Okay, interesting. I think. Oh, what can you do?
What does Willow think? What does Willow confidently think they're good at? Pie eating, dancing, arm wrestling, kobold tossing, giant boar rodeo, or dart trick shots.
Probably pie eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think pie eating.
Amazing. So you step up and you see two other contestants kind of who have been waiting step up with you. Yeah, you see it's more like 6 contestants. You step up at the perfect time. And a caller kind of just says, all right. The rules here are simple. It is 8 silver pieces to get in. You will eat 3 pies as fast as you can. Try to hold it all in. And for the first person whoever finishes the quickest will win.
Can I raises a hand and goes, what are we winning?
That is a great question right there. First place, you're going to get a badge for this wonderful festival that will signal to everyone else that you won. You might also be able to get a special prize out of it. Who knows? You will also get 25 silver pieces and a trinket. What kind of trinket? I don't know what it is. I don't choose them.
Okay. Oh, no, that sounds good. I'm going to win it.
Yes. Oh, so I was going to read the rest of the prizes, but we got a winner over here. I'm not even going to worry about it. So everyone get ready. And you see this entire everyone sits down, and here's how this is going to work. So as he said, you will eat 3 pies as fast as you can by making con checks. So you can choose how you would like to try to eat a pie. You can eat it fast, which is in 3 seconds. So you're going to make the con check with disadvantage. You can eat it normally at 6 seconds with a straight up con check, or you can eat it slow and make the con check with with advantage, but you're eating it at like 9 seconds. For each failed check, you are actually losing 9 seconds, but if the check is failed by 10 or more, you lose immediately.
Damn, okay.
So for the sake of this, we'll say that there are 6 other people along with you. Or actually, you're the 6th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you. And what we'll do is I will roll for each of them each time, and we're going to see how it goes. Actually, I'll have everyone get in on this game. So, Madeline, name your NPC that has just sat down. Name and describe your NPC.
I love gnomes. Gnomes are like my favorite fantasy race, period.
Yeah.
So this is a little gnome. And you know what? I think she has been training her whole life to do this. And her name is Strawberry Pie, and she has pink hair.
Pie.
She's also 7.
She's 7? No! I mean, Willow doesn't care.
She's been training her entire
you.
7 years of life.
Oh my gosh. Pronoun check? On
Pronoun she, her, she, her.
Okay. Strawberry Pie steps up to the line. Savannah, if I could get an NPC from both you and Remy, if you could describe twins.
Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to say that they're dwarf twins.
Yeah.
Named Wilfred and Wilhelmina. And they are clearly here for each other. Like, there are other people in this competition, but, like, they're here to beat each other.
Amazing.
Okay. I love that.
Okay, we've got Wilfred and Wilhelmina. Pronouns for each.
We'll go simple and just go she and he for Wilhelmina and Wilfred.
Great. Okay. Okay, so you've got 2 other mystery contestants. You see an elf who's wearing a hood and looking dark and mysterious and absolutely would be a big bad evil in someone else's campaign, but absolutely steps up to this pie eating competition ready to wreck. They also look like they've been training their entire life for it. They also seem thousands of years old. And last but not least, you see a human that's like in the middle of all of this, like, whoa, bring down the energy, everyone. Being so
The I'm in
normal
danger
about this.
meme.
Yes,
Yeah, because I think this was a
I
fun
wanted
thing.
to eat a pie for free.
yeah.
You're like, why does my life feel threatened weirdly sitting here? The aura coming off these people.
Exactly. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make con checks. Everyone will roll these for your NPCs. So Savannah, you'll be rolling for both Wilhelmina and Wilfred. But as I said, you can either decide to eat fast, normal, or slow. Fast is 3 seconds, normal is 6 seconds, and slow is 9 seconds. And your DC. So we'll set the DC at the beginning. You see a pie gets set in front of you. You see a meat pie set in front of you. The DC is not hard for this, but as I said, if you fail by 10 or more, you basically choke out and lose immediately. Whereas if you fail, you just lose 9 seconds of time. You hear the caller say, okay, let's everybody settle down. We're going to count us in 3, 2, 1. Go. And what we'll do, everyone roll initiative for me. That's what we'll do.
Initiative.
Let's
Okay.
keep it simple.
Dice. Natural
13.
20.
Oh my god.
Natural. What did you say, Willow?
13.
And so we're going to have strawberry pie at natural 20. And what did Wilhelmina and Wilfred get?
Clearly, like there's something in the air because Wilhelmina got 13 and Wilfred got a 20. So.
Oh my gosh. And what we'll do, we'll have both of them go on the same turn, so you don't have to roll them separately. So we'll put you at 20. That puts actually Elven guy here. Willow is at 13. And human guy last. Perfect.
His name is Human.
Human.
Human. Guyly dude face.
I loved him in Love Actually.
Yes.
It's Hugh Grant. No.
Oh my god. It's Hugh Grant, everyone. Season ending. Hugh Grant has been in the building. Okay, so we'll use initiative order. You basically just tell me fast, regular, or slow, and then roll your check, and I'll tell you if you succeed or fail. Strawberry pie is up first.
Strawberry Pie is going slow, but because she's waving in between every bite to wave to her parents who are in the front row.
Oh.
Nice. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay, let's do that.
Your
So
DC
slow,
is 10.
10,
Meat
got it.
pie.
10, that's a 14.
Nice. Okay, you succeed. So you've taken 9 seconds. That's going to be Wilfred and Wilhelmina next. What speed,
All
what
right.
pace are they?
So just to make things complicated, Wilhelmina is going at slow and Wilfred's
Yes.
going fast.
Great. So for slow, roll it at advantage. I'm so sorry, Madeline, you would have.
No, it's okay. I still won. So
That's a 9 even with advantage.
Oh, okay. So you're going to
Do
go
they
ahead
have
and
any
lose 9
modifiers?
seconds. No, they don't. Everyone's just rolling +0 for the NPCs. Yeah, so you lose 9 seconds. Whereas for Wilfred's going fast. Disadvantage for that.
14.
Okay, absolutely makes it. 3 seconds. That's gonna be the Elven guy. I'm gonna roll this. Got a 13. He's going normal, so he's literally just flat 13. So 6 seconds. And Willow. Tell me.
Willow
your pace.
is going fast.
Okay, disadvantage.
As he kind of like sits there, kind of cracks his neck, and I think is going to dive deep into the draconic parts of himself. As you can see, his teeth kind of sharpen and elongate, and the scales kind of grow a bit more intense around his neck and
Oh my
arms.
God.
And yeah, he's gonna devour.
Okay. It's about drive, it's
17.
about power. At
17.
disadvantage, you rolled a 17.
Yeah, my first roll was a 20, then my second roll was a 17.
Okay, keeping pace with Wilfred, you eat this pie extremely fast. We're gonna go to Human, who is also gonna go fast. We're gonna see how this goes. I got a 4 and a 9. So, is anyone sickened by gagging noises?
As long as I don't throw up.
You hear just and still keeps eating, perfectly fine. But he is gonna lose 9 seconds. We're gonna move on to the next round of pies. This you see is set down in front of you an onion pie, kind of not as nice as the previous one. Your DC has raised to 13, bringing us around to strawberry pie. Tell me your pace.
She's gonna go normal for this one. She's gonna try to pick up the pace a little
Flat
bit.
D20.
Okay. That's an 11.
Okay, so you fail. You lose 9 seconds. You just default to 9 seconds.
Just waving at the parents.
Yeah. They're like, please eat, please.
Please, we put money on you.
I love you, Mom.
Your
I
mom's
love
clinging to your
strawberry pie
father.
so much.
Your mom is
I
clinging
want-
to your father, just like tears, like writing all those years of trash.
They've
We
spent so
sent her
much
to
money on
the
pie
best
your
pie
entire
eating
life.
school.
Yes. You said this was gonna work, William.
William.
Still pull through. Go strawberry pie. Absolutely disappointing your parents. You can't hear any of this.
No.
This is gonna be Wilfred and Wilhelmina. It's
All
only their
right.
pace.
I-
So Wilhelmina
I
went
feel
slow.
like these two.
Yeah.
Yep. So they're just gonna like double down on their style because they're those
Yeah.
kinds of siblings.
Yeah.
So advantage, you said.
For slow, yep.
18
Ooh,
for
you
Willow.
beat that. Okay. Great. Let me check on that. if you
And-
succeed that.
That's a 4 for Wilfred, who would have gotten a 19, except he's eating way too fast.
13 minus 10 is 3. Okay, you almost.
So
Wilfred almost gets out of the competition. So loses 9 seconds. Is just a little bit behind. Doubling down. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. That's gonna bring us around to our dark elf guy, our big bad for a different campaign. Still, I think he's gonna try to eat fast. That's what's gonna happen.
He has a rich inner life, you know.
I got a 14 and an 18, so he beats it just by 1. So he's gonna do that with 3 seconds. Willow, that's you.
It's gonna be fast again. Willow's feeling himself.
Do it. Disadvantage.
Damn it, 20 was right there. Disadvantage. 20.
2 natural 20s in a row.
Not natural 20. I rolled a dirty 20, then a 21.
Okay,
So
plus
20.
3. Plus 3. So you get through with it in 3 seconds. You are beating the competition. This is wild. That's perfectly fine. It's around to Human once again. Human deciding to roll it flat. He's going normal speed. He's like, maybe if I do this the way I do it at home, I won't have so much pressure. Rolling. I got a natural 20.
Yo, yes, let's go, Human.
Plus 3 on that. Actually, can we roll natural 20s or plus? We should do plus 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
That'd be
I think
fun.
that
Why
makes
not?
sense.
Someone else roll a natural 20 and we can have a good time.
Yeah.
Plus 2. That's gonna bring it back around to strawberry pie.
Well, is there a new pie put in front of
Yeah.
us?
Yes, there is a new pie placed in front of you. You see a potato pie, more filling this time, a little bit heavier. This is your big bad strawberry pie. This is the pie you've been training your entire life to battle.
This girl's gonna go so fast because she loves potato.
Our DC is 16 now.
Okay. Oh God, her parents are like losing it. Let's see. Natural one.
No.
I don't know how strawberry pie chokes out
no.
or drops out of the competition.
She goes to her parents and is like, didn't I do so great, Mom?
The pie, like in the middle, the competition's still going up, and she stands up and doesn't even eat the final pie and goes up to her mom. Your mom and your dad are crying in each other's arms. They're holding each other.
Okay,
These
can
are
we
about
go
to be
see the
dark.
circus now?
These are about to be very dark times, Strawberry Pie. We really needed you to
Oh my,
pull through.
oh my god.
This
I
is
need to
good
know
make money
Strawberry
for us.
Pie's life. We need to have like a spin-off where we just follow Strawberry Pie. I need to know what's going on there.
Oh my god. Perfect. Strawberry Pie is out of the running. Wilfred and Wilhelmina, it is you. Both of them. Are they doubling down? Are they tripling down?
Yes, they're
Real question. Amazing.
They're absolutely tripling down. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
All right. There's an 18 from Wilhelmina.
Amazing. Absolutely. And she's going slow.
Oh, and that's a 9 for Wilfred, who has probably quite literally bitten off more than he can chew.
Okay, absolutely. Still at a 9. Loses 9 seconds. Perfect. Oh gosh, it's not even losing 9. You add on 9 seconds to what you originally did. That's brutal. Good thing I know that.
Rip.
Great. Plus 12. Okay. Great. Sorry, I'm just making sure I have this right for everyone.
This is
Okay.
important.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was Wilhelmina and Wilfred. That's gonna be our elf friend. You watch as a portal opens up in his chest, a mouth with hundreds of teeth and tentacles reach out and try to latch onto the pie. He's gonna go fast.
Is that even legal?
I mean, yeah, apparently.
He rolls a 4. The pie, literally, he grabs the entire pie and shoves it into his chest. Cannot get it in. And you see that he's like, oh, that's really gonna hurt later. As it goes down, it like literally snaps and bends and screams as it falls into the portal of his soul. And you see he stands up immediately and just walks off.
You know what? Strawberry Pie waves to him. It's like,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Absolutely walks away. Completely gone from this competition. Willow, that's you next. I know. That's gonna hurt later.
It's gonna hurt later. It kills
I'm
me.
gonna run.
Okay. No, I'm gonna go fast
Okay.
and I'm gonna use this feature because we haven't used it. I don't think we've used it yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my inspiration feature.
Okay.
It is called, let me get up. I think it's called
Excellent.
Practice Edge.
Yeah.
So let me read it out for everyone. Actually, I have it right here. Do I have it right here?
I may have.
Basically, what happens with Practice Edge is that I'm able to use an inspiration and add a +5 to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. And seeing this dark elf reach out with their internal tentacles, he's gonna go, oh, we can use magical means? Okay. And I think you see kind of everything, the temperature around everyone kind of drops
Yeah.
by a ton. You see frost kind of start to form, beginning at his feet and stretching out as almost like an oppressive aura seems to come over and emanate from Willow. I think like anyone who isn't paying attention almost instinctually like whips their head around in almost supernatural fear before they realize who it's coming from, and then it's kind of confusion because they're like, why did my lizard brain trigger just now?
Yes.
As he stands up, and almost the ground seems to shake a little bit as he does, and his mouth kind of not fully, but almost you would think it elongated into like almost like the snouts and muzzle of a dragon as he chomps down on this. And I think he like fully eats the pie and the tin it's on. And I'm gonna go fast.
Roll your thing at disadvantage, but add +5 to whatever your lowest roll is.
Yes. That is a 23.
Damn.
As he eats, like chomps and chomps down
Literally
on this pie.
left no crumbs.
I think you're gonna feel that one too.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, you absolutely eat through this pie. It is one bite. It's like a chomp is oh god, I can't imagine. You eat the whole thing. You know, all of these acts of grandeur, monstrosities, tapping on the elemental, all we have left is human. So, he's gonna go fast. He's believing in himself. Actually, he's gonna roll one die. He's going normal. He's really not trusting. You watch as human. He takes the pie and he starts to eat it. And you literally watch him as he cuts into it. He's like, so what's in this pie again? Real quick. Turns to everyone else. What's in this pie?
It's potatoes.
Did you say potatoes?
Yeah, potatoes.
And you watch as his face starts to get really puffy.
Oh no!
I'm super allergic to potatoes.
Oh, that's so sad.
He passes out?
And he passes out.
I'm gonna rush to his side and try to aid him. Like after I finish chomping at
being
the
allergic to potatoes. Being allergic to potatoes must be the worst thing in a rural community.
Worst
Like,
in the rural medieval community. He passes out. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Yeah, I'm proficient at this.
Yeah.
I'm good at this kind of stuff.
God, Hugh, I had so much faith.
Oh my god. Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, nice. So you immediately just use your ice and in this power of chill around you, you're unable to actually like get inside, like to understand like what in him is you don't know what an allergic reaction is, but you understand, okay, something's going on. And even just the idea of like using your ice to open up his airways, like the chill to open his airways, you're able to get him to start breathing again. He's like, I'm gonna be puffing for a while, but I'll be okay. What's your name? Thank you for saving my life.
I can't take you seriously, Lacey.
you're like be fucking real, Lexi. This guy just says, did I win? He wakes up from being unconscious.
Oh no.
No, I don't think you won. But you should be okay. My name
sure?
is.
My name is the last one to eat.
No, you're the first one to pass out, if that means anything. Do you have like some kind of medicine for when this happens? Do you like carry it around?
I live with my mom.
Where's your mom right now?
You hear the loudest person in the crowd. A sign that says "Go Human." You'll get it this time on it.
Not this time. You failed last
She
time as
has
well.
the poster up in her hand, like up on a picket up in her hands, and she is like looking down at the ground, like has absolutely not. Actually, no, she's watching the wild boar competition. Absolutely not watching.
Okay, let me help you up. Let's get you over to your mum. Hopefully she can help with this.
You help him over to his mom, and along the way, you were awarded a golden trinket. This beautiful badge. It is something. It's like a golden badge with 2 rings that are interlocking on it. One with the sun in the center, and the other with a phoenix almost rising. Kind of representing the 2 towns. And you also receive a small pouch with 25 silver pieces and a trinket, which we can decide what it is later. But you're given these things. Everyone's cheering you on as you help him get to his mom.
I was like, I think as he's like guiding him to his mom, he's just kind of muttering his breath. Was I just competing with children? Was just everyone children? Okay.
You look up at the table and see like no one is left there except for Wilfred and Wilhelmina, who pulled through to the very end, but fittingly got the same exact score by going going opposite.
That is so perfect for the story. Oh my god.
It is so great.
I love TTRPGs, man.
I know, we really do, but this is so fun. Sign made with potato stance. Exactly. Yeah, so you are kind of brought into the crowd. I want you to give me a perception check.
Okay. $11.
With an 11, you go to put your pouch back. You like add this to your amount of silver you already have. And you don't really need another bag, but you start to try to figure out where you're going to put this, and you notice something's missing, but you're not sure what. Something is gone.
Okay, something's definitely missing. It's a bit lighter. I'll walk over to where I sat for the pie eating contest and like look around to see if I dropped anything near there.
Another contestant coming back.
Oh, I'm good. I could honestly win again, but I don't want to. I want to keep the variety going. Did I leave anything here?
Not that we saw.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's frustrating. I think I forgot something. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Go back to your announcing. I might come back later to win again, or just eat. I'm honestly pretty hungry still. Actually, can I just have a pie? Can I have a pie to go? Or do I have to
You can have whatever you want. And grabs the pie. What do you want? Meat pie, onion pie, or potato pie?
I mean, definitely not onion pie.
Absolutely not.
I think meat pie.
Gets a meat pie, gives it to you.
Thank you.
And as you start to walk away with this meat pie, you see Rowan stepping up to you. What I will say is that, Piers, you've been wandering. And this festival is so much fun. This is not your first autumn festival, and it will not be your last for sure. Where do you go? Would you like the activities again, or are you going somewhere specific?
Could you tell me the activities again?
Yes, there's pie eating, there's a dancing contest, arm wrestling, kobold toss, giant boar rodeo, and dart trick shots.
Oh gosh, I feel like this is a terrible plan, and I want to go try the boar rodeo.
Amazing. Okay, yeah. You step up.
I reflect on the fact that I am very like I'm quite solid with the slingshot, and I'm like,
yeah,
poor choices today.
Yeah. Amazing. So you see this 15 by 15 foot corral, like fenced in area, and you see a giant boar. It is bigger. It looks a little bit meaner, but also calmer than a regular boar. You see nobody is like poking it or anything to cause it to be angry or mean. It's just sometimes animals have personalities, you know? and you see it's got a muzzle on it, so it does not bite or pierce through. And a hempen rope tied across its torso. You step up and you see someone, a short gnome fellow who just they kind of look at you and say, "Are you looking to ride one of these?"
Sure.
Yeah. Well, here's what you're gonna do. That boar over there, guess what his name is?
Bory McBoreface?
Good guess. I've heard that at least 5 times a day. His name is
Oh.
Cankle. He is the meanest
That wasn't
boar
on my bingo
I own.
card.
No. Meeting a boar named Cankle? Yeah, unpredictable. Listen. You're gonna get on Cankle. You're gonna jump on top of him, and he's gonna buck you around. Because, he hates people. He hates anyone who's not me. Sometimes he hates me. You're gonna try to hold on for as long as you possibly can. Because he's gonna try to throw you off as much as he possibly can. He's either gonna, run around in circles, throw you off to the side. He's gonna maybe slam you against the side of the corral. He might try to shake you off, do a little shimmy. You might get really mad. I don't know. We've seen some weird turns tonight, so we'd love to have another contestant.
All right. Piers will hop on.
Okay. He does inform you. It is 20 silver pieces to enter. You got that?
All right. I'm sorry, that's how many?
20 silver
said 20?
pieces? Yes.
It's like ghost pockets. There's the usual shiny rock.
Yeah.
Hagstone.
Hey,
Probably part of
I'll
a squash
take that.
pie.
I'll take that rock. If you want to give it up, I'll
Piers
take the rock.
stops, considers. He'll hand him the rock.
Nice. Takes the rock. Fucking shiny. And puts it in his pocket. Okay. Yeah, so literally this is a 15-foot by 15-foot corral. What I'm going to do, you jump on top of this boar. I'm going to roll a d4. The d4 is going to determine what kind of save you do, whether that is strength, dex, con, or basically re-rolling that. There is a DC that will continue to go up by 1. But each save that you succeed on will add 3 seconds to your time. Each failed will cause you to have to make a dex save or be trampled by this thing.
Ooh.
You can also choose to jump
Nice.
off. You can also jump off to safety at any point in time with an acrobatics check.
Cool.
And this little guy says, if you're on there for 12 or more seconds, you get a cool badge that we have. I guess we give it to winners, and you get like a golden, whatever this is. And you see like an ingot. It's like literally 50 gold pieces worth. And you see he's like, and if you're on there for 9 seconds, you're going to have like a silver one of these too. And if you're there for 6 seconds, that's 120 silver pieces. As you can see, not a lot of people hang on for 6 seconds.
Cool.
Okay. Great. So we will start this. So I will roll a d4 and I will tell you what happens. Like I said, your goal is to beat the DC in order to hang on. But let me see. Yeah, we're going to start at DC 10 and just keep going up. So,
And for
First
heads
thing
up, Piers absolutely is extra about getting onto this boar.
yeah.
And I don't know, gets up on the side and just flips on and lands.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
This totally will not end badly.
I'm not even going to make you roll for it. It just happens. You flip on it and land, and immediately this thing starts getting really angry. The boar starts to prance around in place and then gets into this fit where it is shaking you off. Go ahead and give me a con save, DC 10.
All right. 6.
Okay.
It's a bad day.
So you immediately fail. Go ahead and give me a dex save.
All right. And is I'm sort of tempted to spend my inspiration, but on the other hand,
You will take damage if you fail. So it might be worth it to succeed, essentially.
Fair. All right. I will spend my inspiration to reroll that con save.
Okay, go for it.
4.
Okay, give me that deck save.
Okay, deck save. Nope. Stop. Of course, 18.
18
on the
Ooh.
deck save.
Okay, you pass. You only take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you are flung to the ground. This thing starts to try to trample you and stamp on you, and you just like literally back up and out of the corral with every single hoof that comes down towards you. And the little guy appears next to you. You have no idea how he got over there. He's like, see, nobody really lasts that long.
Piers, for context, is absolutely like laughing through all of this.
Yeah.
Like, this is clearly like a game to him as it's trying to like stomp out his kidneys.
Yeah.
And he's like, that was a good time.
Well, if you want to try again, I will be here. But it looks like this guy is getting a little... He's got some other people over here to get angry at. And you see some like other people walk up. He looks at you and says, do you want to go again? Teach these people how it's
I'm
done?
good.
You sure?
I should go find my friend.
Okay. I believe in you. Come back sometime. We're here for the next couple of days. I would love to see you and get any more rocks you happen to stumble across.
Ooh, I'll keep that in mind.
I'll keep you in mind. And turns around. Where would you like to go?
I think I'm going to go see if I can find some of the others.
Yeah. You walk
Actually,
up...
I think Piers is going to specifically look for Rowan.
Yeah, you walk up, you see Rowan angrily stomping out of the tent. It's in your mind to go back there. You see them angrily stomping out of the tent, and you walk behind them as they approach, and you all find each other at the same time.
Yeah. Oliver stole my hammer.
Oh,
Oliver.
okay, that explains.
Oliver
Yeah.
is the biggest piece of shit you ever met. That's all you need to know.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if I'm going
my-
to find him, I gotta know more.
And I would love for Piers to give me a perception check, and Willow, give me a perception check at advantage.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Perception.
That is an 18.
An 18. Okay. And what did Willow get?
Thank God for that advantage. 18 as well.
Okay. Piers, your quiver is gone, and Willow, the map is gone.
Wait a minute.
I actually had nothing on me. I gave the
Oh,
map
you gave
to
the map.
Rowan.
Oh,
and
that's
Rowan
true.
also
Pierce
had
had the map.
Yeah.
You're
Oh.
right. I get Pierce.
Okay,
Okay,
had
so
that, yeah.
Piers. Oh, okay. Yeah. Great. Good to know. Yeah. You all a little lighter. Something's gone. All three of them.
Wait a minute. Wait,
We
was that the
need
guy I was
those.
talking to when you went to go see
Yes.
your friend?
Yes.
When Pierce says friend, he kind of Willow kind of gives a kind of like
Friend?
kind of look to Rowan, kind of like eyebrow raise
Yeah,
when
Rowan's
Pierce says friend and goes,
did
yeah,
you-
your friend.
Did you say the things that you wanted to say? Like
Oh,
you wanted to
yeah,
say
no.
things while she was singing.
Oh yeah, no, we everything's actually wonderful in that department, actually. But we can't focus on that right now. We need to get Oliver, but we can't kill him. Oh, thank you.
High five.
I know, but we can't do that right now because
After the high five, we can't do that.
yeah, okay. But I want to kill Oliver, but we can't kill Oliver apparently. So we can like rough him up, right?
Hey, this is kind of someone from your past. I don't want to get too involved, but I do want to get our stuff back.
Yeah, no,
I can leave the roughing up to you.
with your shit, so we're gonna get our shit back.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Okay.
Do you know where he would be?
Oliver! Screaming, and I go back Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the tent where the performance was.
Okay, you go back to the tent where the performance was, and you see an empty tent.
Can I perception check?
Yeah.
That is a 16.
With a 16, you don't see Oliver, but you do see a creeping black moss forming at the back corner of this tent.
Oliver?
Hear nothing.
Do any of you know what this is?
I'll place a hand on Rowan's shoulder and I'll go ahead to more closely investigate this area, this black moss.
As you get closer to it, you hear a sharp scream coming from Philomena's tent.
Oh, I run that way. I take both my knives out. I do like a knife spin, and I Naruto run to her tent.
Naruto run.
A Ranger Naruto running is
the
so
gayest
funny.
kind of run.
You see Philomena backs out and sees a tent covered in this stuff as it lifts towards the sky, almost reverse gravity. This moss, this inky, tendrily stuff. She backs out. She looks at you. She just says, I don't know what happened, but Oliver. He left.
Of course he fucking did.
And this is where we will leave you all for a session next week, next Thursday, same time, same place, to save a kingdom, everyone. This is a wonderful campaign using the level up 5e system. But before we get to that, because I have so many wonderful things to say about this, I would love to go around and hear who you were and where can we find you on the internet. You were just up, Madeline, so I'm gonna have you go first.
Sure. I'm Madeline. I am at the Goose Girl on every single social media platform because I'm in my silly goose era. Yeah.
You only just got it.
Yeah, Megan the Stallion. I am Madeline the Goose Girl. So yeah, I'm there. I do TTRPG stuff. I impersonate Wizards of the Coast when they fuck up.
That was you.
That was
Oh.
I'll talk.
God.
Yeah, that's me. I'm healing the world through comedy.
Oh
So
my
I do,
God.
like I said, silly goose era. I do that, and I Naruto run to my lovers. So that's where I am. Anyways,
Absolutely wonderful performance. Absolutely amazing running. Speaking of silly goose,
Oh no, Lexi, your segue skills are lacking after the intro.
listen,
Your
I
outtro's
keep
not so
them
good.
fresh for the top. I keep them fresh for the top of the show. Anything after that, I cannot promise.
That
Go
is
for
fair.
it, Savannah.
So yeah, tonight I have been your Eladrin Bimboy Bard Piers, along with my Remy, who is Madam not appearing in this film today. Oh no, you want to be on screen? Okay, never mind. She exists.
Aw.
Anyway,
Yay!
this is me. You can follow her on Twitter at @RecketRemedem. You can technically also follow me at Purple Gnomeling without an E, but that's not nearly as fun. And you can check out my handiwork at the Gate Pass Gazette, the magazine for Level Up 5th edition. Yeah, you want up here?
Amazing. Speaking of leveling up,
We're leveling up.
no.
Ooh.
Actually,
Wow.
Drac, if you could just subtract one level from Willow,
You ate all of those pies. You are one level down. I'm sorry.
yeah, truly. What can say? No,
They were
absolutely.
poison.
They were poison. No, that was a very fun game. That being said, go. Speaking of fun games, Drac.
That's actually a pretty good segue. Hi, I'm Drac, or Draconics. You can find me on Twitter at Draconics. That's DRAKONIQUES. And I play and sometimes even write very fun games. I am a teacher, a writer, actual play producer, and obviously you can see here performer. And I played Willow for you, the Azamar Draconess sorcerer glutton. He absolutely dominated that piety contest, which Drac could never do. My stomach is very shallow and can barely eat that much. But you can find me all over in a bunch of different actual plays. You can find me on Twitter. That's where I usually tweet about the games I'm in or involved in. The thing I will shout out though is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Demiplane RPG on Twitch. We're going to be premiering with a Hunter the Reckoning Vampire the Masquerade crossover called Enemy of My Enemy. It is very exciting. It's been a long time in the works. Lexi knows it's been a long time in the works. I told her about it a long while ago.
So hyped. So hyped.
We've got.
I'm so glad to see Hunter getting like screen time.
Yeah. No, the moment it came out and the moment Demiplane announced it's going to be on their platform, I reached out to them being like, hey, I have an idea for you. And they're like, yeah, that sounds cool. So it's been a long time in the works. It's a game where hunters and vampires reluctantly work together to fight a mutual threat. It's going to be very gay, very queer, very messy, and very dramatic. So I highly recommend checking it out. We've got an incredible cast of players, an incredible storyteller, and got some incredible art and overlay assets and music by one of the people very, very much here, Lexi. Lexi made the intro music for that show, so you're going to be hearing that for the first time tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I'm losing my mind.
I'm very excited. Yeah, that's it from me. Yeah, I'm the production manager of that show as well as a player on it, so I've been stressing out this entire time trying to get everything in order, but it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. It's going to be... Go watch it.
Yeah, just keep saying that over and over and over, and it will be. I promise. I promise. It never results in a breakdown. Speaking of
breakdown,
it's gotta be me. It's gotta be me. You know. My name is Lexi, otherwise known as the Black Girl Mage. I've been your narrator for the night. If you are curious about this campaign that we are playing, this is actually an adventure path that is currently no longer available on Kickstarter. It ends today, actually an hour ago, or like a little bit into when we started. But you can use BackerKit to pre-order the book next month, starting on the 30th of May. So definitely check out the Kickstarter updates for more information. Other than that, we were using the Level Up 5e system. It's an advanced 5e system. It's a deeper, more flexible version of the 5e rule set that you already know and love. If you were able to keep up with our game, which you obviously were, we lived, we laughed, we loved, then you too can enjoy Level Up 5e for yourself. Just go to www.a5e.tools to check out the rules, or just keep watching and you can figure out how to play yourself. All that being said, if you would like to find me, I am at Black Girl Mage on Twitch and Twitter, where I am in games. I am doing a whole lot, dipping my toes in writing, composing, making more games. Currently, the DM for Strix-U, Legacy Bound, which is the next season of Strix-U.
So excited for it.
It's just getting bigger. It's the best. It's so good. And I've got some other projects that are dropping within the next couple of weeks that I would keep my eyes out for. So follow me on Twitter. All that being said, this was so amazing. We were missing our castmate Hamna, but we absolutely love and cannot wait to do gay shit next week at the carnival.
Yes, follow them on Lilith Teacher. Follow them on Lilith
please.
Teacher RPG on Twitter. They had a recent change of the username. Yeah.
What up? Yes, please go follow them. We will see everyone next week, same time, same place, where we will be finding Oliver. First, you have to find Oliver in order to kill Oliver. And figuring out what this mysterious moss is. That being said, everyone have a wonderful night. We will see you so soon. See you next week. Bye. Bye. Bye.